three main things I tell people to do when they contact me is first you need to know um, if you're going to start a non-medical home care agency or a medical home care agency. And I'll just do a short blurb because my first mentor was a registered nurse, I didn't have that choice. So I started a medical home care agency, and I'm glad I did. But if I did not have, if I would have known better, I probably would have been too scared to start a medical home care agency, only because it's more responsibility. So a non-medical is like working with the senior, running errands, meal preparation, keeping them company. It's non-skilled. It's called non-skilled because a LPN, which is a licensed practitioner nurse or registered nurse, won't do those skills. But a medical home care agency can. This is skilled care, and it's prescribed by a doctor. So only a licensed or registered nurse can do that, right? So more regulations, more oversight, right? So I say, figure out that that's what you want to do. You don't have to be a nurse if you want to start a medical home care agency, but you will have to have a nurse on staff. Then after you figure out the first part, the second part is go to your state website and read the regulations. The regulations for your license will help you with understanding what you'll be responsible for. I don't advise people to do a business plan initially. I'm not anti-business plan, but your business plan will change. It's better you do a business outline. What does that look like? Okay, what's my business name? What kind of clients do I want to serve? After you decided medical or non-medical, how I would go about marketing my business, what are the areas I want to serve, how many employees I want to have. So it's more like I don't want to say a wish list, but basically putting down all the jotting down all your thoughts, doing a good brain dump of what you want your business to look like. And then you can go from there. Then you can do some planning from there, because if you go do a business plan or pay somebody to do a business plan, you really don't have enough information about how your business is going to run based upon statistics that were found online. So that's just my opinion. It's like you almost can't use statistics at so early in the startup. And then if you're working, start putting away money every pay period for your business expenses. Um, I'm not saying start a business account, but just start putting away, $50 here or $100 there for your business expenses, because when they come up, you want to be able to say, okay, well, this account I'm not touching over here, and I gotta pay to go to this conference, or I gotta pay to get this business registration. Okay, it's about $3,000 saved up. Okay, I'm just going to swipe my card. It's there. So that's my first three things I would suggest you do.
That's great. That's great. And what would you say is the amount of money one needs to, like, actually get started?
That's different for every state.
Okay.
I had probably $500, so I can't say, but I worked the whole time. So it goes back to your grind of how you can your state will determine. Reason why I say your state will determine how much money. Like, say for example, California, the license costs $5,000. For Virginia, it's $500.
Wow.
So every
Wow.
state is different, and every state is different for getting licensed. So then if you say California, $500, and then if I have to pay for a consultant or have somebody help me write my policies and procedures, right? You could be looking at $15,000, $20,000 versus maybe in maybe in Virginia, you could maybe get away with, you know, 6,000, just, hypothetical.
Okay. Okay.
So I
Okay.
don't have a set answer for that question, but yeah, it's you can make it work. You can make it work. And that's why I also say put down those costs on that business outline. How much does it cost for my license? You know, I want mentorship. It's going to cost this much for 6 months. Okay, what does it look like if I don't get it? So,
That is good. And I know like a big part, in terms of, building the nursing agency or home care agency is being able to network with the hospital, make connections with the doctors. So
mm,
how would you recommend people to go about making connections and, networking with these people that they wouldn't necessarily need to hire or have a relationship with?
right. So the marketing side, I have some things on my Instagram channel, Savvy Business Chick, or my YouTube for some free marketing tips. Um, but to answer, so just in case I don't answer answer it completely, I say use LinkedIn. LinkedIn has some good uh, places where you can find referral sources, and you have to get yourself out there. Another thing that my first mentor did not tell me that my next mentor did, um, is that you need to learn how to sell. So I would say in any business, even if it's not home care, you have to learn how to sell. And I'll give you an example that when a customer's family member is on the phone and they're asking about services, I have to be in sales mode to get the home visit because they haven't made up their mind. They're between me and maybe three other agencies. Now, if I can get the home visit, then I still got to sell. I got to get them to sign the consent. The consent that says they're going to pay the agency XYZ, uh, 40 hours a week, blah, 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 40 hours, yeah, a week, at whatever rate. I got to sell that. So remember I said really good marketing, I had to learn how to sell. My mentor, Robert Uber Angel, he told me, you got to learn how to sell. When he told me that, I start going to get books on how to sell because I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have when I say a mentor, I didn't have like a person that I could think of like who is good at selling. So I just start, looking, went to the bookstore with different books. So, but any business, you got to learn how to sell. If you have a business with dogs, with pet care, you got to learn how to sell your services. So that's an essential skill you need to have for any business, and especially for home care. And when you sell, and I know a lot of people don't like sales, you basically get them to agree to working with you. So
Yeah.
there's a book I recommended in my Facebook group called Selling Online, right? So it was like a book of a month, and they're not giving me any kickback, guys. So selling online, because you can post on Instagram, right? You can post on Facebook, but you have to your post has to sell. When it comes
Yeah.
across that person, they have to know that it's talking to them. It's speaking directly to their situation.
You're right.